Did Centrelink really just confirm a $1,000 payment for everyone over 55? That's the question exploding across social media, with bold headlines spreading like wildfire on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. But as with many things online, what sounds too good to be true usually is. So before we get swept up in the excitement, let's take a hard look at what's really going on behind that viral headline and what it actually means for Australians over 55. Right now, older Australians are doing it tough. The cost of living is surging, pension payments remain slow to catch up, and for many, every extra dollar counts. That's why news of a $1,000 Centrelink payment made waves. The idea that anyone over 55 could receive an automatic, no strings attached bonus straight into their bank account? It's the kind of lifeline people are desperate to believe in. But here's the reality: while there is a payment, it's not what the viral posts claim, and it's certainly not for everyone. Social media has a habit of taking slivers of truth and spinning them into sweeping promises. The claim that Centrelink confirms $1,000 for everyone over 55 sounds simple and generous. But that simplicity hides a far more selective and complex truth. Yes, the payment exists. Yes, it involves people over 55. But no, it's not automatic, and no, it's not for every senior citizen. It's conditional, targeted, and tied to specific government programs that most Australians don't qualify for. So let's break it down clearly. The so-called $1,000 payment is rooted in a government initiative introduced in late May 2025 by the Albanese government. In response to the worsening cost of living crisis, the government rolled out a series of targeted measures, not blanket handouts or sweeping stimulus checks. Among these measures was a focused policy to support older Australians still seeking work. That's where this payment comes in. Formally, it's part of the Work Bonus Restart Incentive, a one-time payment designed to support and encourage mature-aged job seekers to remain engaged with the workforce. This is not a pension top-up. It's not for age pensioners. It's not universal. It's for a very specific group of people who are over 55, still receiving income support from Centrelink, and actively participating in job programs. Let's get specific. To be eligible for this one-time Centrelink payment, you need to meet all of the following conditions. You must be aged 55 or older. You must be receiving a long-term income support payment through Centrelink. This includes JobSeeker, youth allowance, other, or parenting payment. The age pension does not qualify. You must have been on that payment continuously for at least 12 months. You must be actively participating in an approved employment services program like Workforce Australia or another government-recognised job-seeking initiative. Miss even one of those requirements, and you're out. There's no partial credit, no exceptions, no alternate pathway. So if you're retired and collecting the age pension, you don't qualify. If you're self-funded or not tied into the Centrelink system through job programs, you don't qualify either. It's not about age, it's about being a long-term job seeker and still playing by the rules in Centrelink's employment pathway system. So why is the government targeting this narrow group? The reason lies in two core challenges Australia is facing right now. First, there's a deepening skills shortage, particularly in essential sectors like aged care, hospitality, and regional services. Second, there's an increasing number of mature-aged Australians who want to work but face significant obstacles: age discrimination, declining physical health, digital literacy issues, and hiring biases. The $1,000 payment is meant to act as an incentive. It's not a handout, it's a reward for effort, persistence, and continued participation in the job market despite difficult odds. For the government, this is a strategic investment. A one-time payout today is cheaper than years of support down the track. If $1,000 encourages more older job seekers to stay in the system and find employment, it helps both the individuals and the economy in the long term. But while the intent may be clear, the public reaction has been anything but. Misinformation spreads faster than facts. Videos with dramatic titles like Centrelink just approved $1,000 for all seniors rack up hundreds of thousands of views within hours. Posts show screenshots often heavily edited or taken out of context with no mention of eligibility rules or official sources. And that creates a serious problem. For many Australians over 55, especially those already under financial pressure, these misleading claims generate false hope. People start planning their budgets around money that will never come. And when the payment doesn't arrive, confusion turns to anger, and trust in the system erodes further. These aren't harmless misunderstandings, they are emotionally and financially damaging. So, what should you do if you're over 55 and hoping for this payment? First, check your Centrelink status. Are you currently receiving income support like JobSeeker or parenting payment? Have you been on that payment for over a year? Are you registered in a job program like Workforce Australia? If the answer to all three is yes, then you might be eligible. Log into your MyGov or Services Australia account to verify your personal circumstances. If you're engaged with a job provider, reach out directly and ask if the work bonus restart incentive applies to you. But remember, this is a one-off payment. It's not a new monthly benefit. It's not an increase to the age pension. And it's not a general thank you for turning 55. It's a milestone reward for a very specific journey through Centrelink's job pathways. Now, for the rest of Australia's seniors, those on the age pension, the disability support pension, DVA support, or those who are self-funded, the unfortunate truth is that this payment is not coming your way. The program excludes you. Not because your needs aren't valid, but because the policy was designed to solve a different problem. And that brings us to the bigger issue: why support in Australia remains so heavily tied to employment. The cost of living crisis isn't just affecting job seekers. Retirees are dealing with skyrocketing rents, rising medical costs, expensive groceries, and unaffordable energy bills. Yet, most targeted support schemes are linked to labour force participation, not overall hardship. That disconnect leaves a huge portion of older Australians without adequate relief. Yes, Centrelink has confirmed a $1,000 payment, but no, it's not for everyone over 55. It's a selective, conditional, one-time payment for those still in the Centrelink system, still looking for work, and still meeting strict eligibility rules. If you're not part of that narrow group, you won't receive it. And if you've seen viral headlines claiming otherwise, understand that those claims are built on hype, not facts. It's more important now than ever to dig deeper, ask questions, and get your information from official sources, not edited TikToks or half-quoted Facebook posts. For many Australians, the promise of unexpected money is tempting, but the truth behind government policy is rarely that simple or that generous.